What's up, guys, and welcome back to my garage. If you're enjoying this series, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe. If you haven't already, it would be greatly appreciated. At the tail end of the previous episode, disaster struck. All that I wanted to do was just fill this thing up with fuel, and to be fair, we did do that, but it seemed to be taking way more fuel than it probably should, to the point where when I hopped back in the driver's seat to turn her over, it just wouldn't start. So let's see if restarting the game has fixed our little issue here. Excellent. It has not. So our first order of business is going to be troubleshooting to try to figure out what the issue is. My money is on the fuel tank, because if I remember right, I'm pretty sure I robbed this from one of our many junkyard Supras. Oh, and another thing, I did paint both the fuel filter and, and the fuel rail. So that could be an issue as well. No, the fuel hose is still connected. Oh my God. The injectors popped out, dude. How on earth do your injectors just pop out like that? That doesn't even make any sense. Okay, hang on. We're not out of the woods yet. God, if I could just pick this injector up. We still sort of need to troubleshoot here because, like I just said, why or how would they pop out of the fuel rail like that? I guess, oh, this one didn't even go in. It could have something to do with us respraying both the fuel filter and the fuel rail, I suppose, but let's see if, oh. The hood was closing all the way before we put all those injectors back in. And now that they've been reinstalled, the hood doesn't want to close all the way. Could be related. Also could not be related. But let's see if we can finally start this thing again. First try, baby. Let's go. Okay. Don't love how it still says we have an empty tank, though. Let's go ahead and just bring this back around to the garage really quick. I definitely don't want to hit the drag strip if our cluster ain't working. You know what I mean? We'll just pull up in front of this door and... Okay, about lost it all, ladies and gents. I about totaled the thing. That would have been a great start to the episode. 100%. I don't know, maybe I should like inspect the fuel rail a little bit more to see if we could get that to like sit a little lower somehow. We aren't able to use our wrench to tighten these injectors, but maybe we're supposed to use this spark plug socket, and it turns out that's precisely what we were meant to do. Okay, so it seems like that should hopefully prevent the injectors from popping out like they did, but are we able to close the hood now? Sweet Jesus, we've done it, ladies and gents. I'm on such a high after that. I almost completely forgot that we still need a new cluster for that bad boy, Billy. So we're gonna use the Supra here under probably accessories or accessories, depending on where you're from. You probably say it a little bit different. Supra cluster, 345 schmackaroonies. That is a small price to pay. I just want to make sure that our fuel level is accurate. You know what I mean? So we'll pop this one out. Don't need the pry tool no mo. Pop this one in. And did the mileage reset on this one, or does it still say like 200 some thousand miles? Hang on, let's get rid of this. $15 back. That's really not too shabby. I might have to hit the ignition though. No, I'm actually not seeing the mileage on this one at all. It should be like right up in here. Hey, showing a full tank though. That's good. Let's drop the e-brake and peel on out of here. It's finally time to hit up that drag strip. I sort of wish I would have tried troubleshooting at the tail end of the previous episode, but I had already been at this for almost 4 hours, was kind of over it at that point. But we'll be there in no time. Oh. What was that? Could be... Oh, missed the turn. Up here on our right, if I remember correctly. I guess I could check the map too. Yeah, it's just across the street from the racetrack, which still sadly doesn't actually have any races there that you can take part in. You can drive around the track, that's not a problem, but would be a lot cooler if there were like... Am I still going the right way? No. I should have turned left over there. Definitely would be a lot cooler if there were like actual races. You could race against NPCs or even just do like time trials around each circuit. Maybe that'll get added later. Dev, hit me up. I got loads of ideas. All right. I don't know why, but I feel like maybe after we did the or tightened the fuel injectors, it got a little bit louder. Do we actually have a... We do! New odometer, nice! Alright, clean, dude, clean. What's this thing actually worth now, anyways? $9,000 is all? That's rough. That is rough, and we're never going to get the rust condition on this vehicle to 5 stars simply because, I mean, you saw the frame. We know, right? We know, you, me, we, he, she, me. We all know that underneath this carpet is just rotted out completely. Sure, we could... Oh. So that's what that noise was. Nice. Sure, we could, you know, get the surface rust off of the body panels and whatnot, and that would maybe bring it up to 4 stars, and then a respray could help. The clean state is never going to be that good either. Let's just do the quarter-mile drag, and we'll worry about all that other stuff later. I kind of think I had maybe one too many Red Bulls this morning. Also, my upper lip is not bleeding, though I'm aware it sort of looks like it is. I can assure you, it is not. Just a cold sore. That's it. Alright, I'm ready. And drops clutch. We're doing some short shifting here. Revving her all the way out to 8K. 10-second quarter mile. I mean, close to 11, but drag racers, they go with the 10 on that. That's like getting a 9-second. It's 9.99. Still a 9-second quarter mile time though. You know what I mean? I'll take that though. I'm gonna hit it one more time just to see if we could do any better. Wait, we have a best time of... Oh. Okay, I don't think I rolled too far past the thing. We have a best time of 9:03. I gotta focus. Third gear, fourth gear. I don't see the finish now, which is kind of a concern. The finish line just decided not to show up that time. Great, okay. Third tries the charm then. Oh my god. Like I said, maybe one too many Red Bulls today. Anywho, let's strap back in here and we'll see if we can do good this time. But yeah, which vehicle did we get a 9-second quarter mile in? That seems pretty fast, I'm not gonna lie. All right, here we go. And we're out. Okay, we've got the finish line this time. We need to be 10-something 8. It just happened and I already forgot what it was. Hey, that's better. That is better. 10:42. Not too shabby, but we're not gonna win any trophies from that. So let's head back to the garage. I think I'm actually gonna try to bring out our BMW E36 M3, since it has the same drivetrain as this, I'm just curious to see how the two vehicles stack up. All right, here goes nothing, but hopefully something, right? You guys know the deal. Oh, we got a taillight out. We're gonna dock a point for that, for sure. And we're out of here. What was our time to beat? 10:40 something? Honestly, probably should have done first person view. 10:67. We're running it back. We're running it back. I want one more attempt. I'm feeling way more confident this time around. We're out of here. That was good off the line. So, in this chassis, it only revs out to 6 grand. 1053. Only revs out to 6 grand in this chassis, whereas the exact same drivetrain, like down to the diff and everything, in the Supra chassis, revs out to 8K. Kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. But I guess that kind of settles it. The chassis that you have the drivetrain in doesn't necessarily matter, but it does seem to change, you know, how high you can rev it. And I'm guessing that's just because the cluster on this one maxes out at 7K. And on that note, ladies and gents, that is unfortunately where we're gonna have to wind things down at. I'm kidding. We're going back to the garage. We gotta fix up our Rat Rod Supra so we can see how much we could actually get for it. Not no 9 grand or whatever it was. That's way too low. Oh, hang on a second. We've got Scapegoat's brother Ray over here. I don't remember if we've talked to him before or not. What's going on?
With your brother.
Yeah.
You got money? I've got parts.
Okay. I got $4,700. I love the fanny pack. And your whip's pretty clean. Not gonna lie, your whip is pretty clean. Okay, so it's the standard parts catalog then? Wait a minute. Huge discounts. We purchased a Supra cluster from the parts catalog in our personal garage for $345. He's offering the exact same thing for $225 Roonies. Not bad. Honestly, not bad. It definitely doesn't make me like want to try to locate him every single time I need parts though. It's cool that he's at least close-ish. Emphasis on ish to our garage. We're gonna grab the old sandblaster in here and start to get rid of all the surface rust on the Supra. Like I said earlier, ain't nothing we can do about all the rust that's going on down under Mike, but that's okay. What's our value at now? How? We went from 9 grand to 11 grand, and I changed absolutely nothing. Cool. Okay, so this is claiming that the original shell that we picked up out in the forest for free 99 was apparently purple. So even though I've lost all of my sanity trying this once before, I do think I'm going to respray the entire vehicle, and now we also have to do the clear coat after that. So I bought 6 cans of both. I don't expect that to be enough, but we're gonna try to respray this whole thing on our own.
One eternity later.
So it turns out that this vehicle is especially difficult to respray on your own because the rear quarters, for some reason, have a part on the inside that also needs to be resprayed, but it's really, really difficult to get to. I think the only way to do it, really, is you'd have to remove the rear wheels and like put it on jack stands or something so you could actually get underneath of it. Also, this color kind of seems more pink under this lighting than purple, but I'm here for it. I honestly kind of dig it. So our total value now has gone down $400. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I swear before we painted it, it said 11.8, not 11.4. So that's cool. Also, the color condition is non-existent. Oh, maybe that's because it's supposed to be the Fast and Furious edition Supra, like with the wide body panels and everything like that. And instead, I put the stock body panels on it. That would make sense. That would make sense. Honestly, I wanted to sell this after we resprayed it, but if we do sell it, we're not going to get any of the money that we have into it back out of it, which is cars. Unfortunately, that's the way the cookie crumbles. And for real this time, unfortunately, that is where we're going to have to wind things down at for today. I know, super short episode. I'm so sorry. But once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.